everyone on stream can hear your voice. Let's go.
I have no idea why the Discord app is so broken on my computer.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but we'll figure it out. Without further ado, let me pull up. Well, first I have I don't have stream labels up, so let me do that first, and then I will pull up Steins Gate.
I've just decided you're bad luck, Classy.
I'm bad luck.
Stuff keeps breaking when you're around.
Stuff keeps breaking.
Hey, my capture
your
card
characters
broke.
keep dying.
But no, it fixed itself after that stream.
But
We're not supposed to be streaming together in Moral of the Story.
Apparently not.
you know, I actually understand how now have a greater understanding of how you feel. And every time I'm in Mumu gets me killed. Muma's been killing me like in every case of Ace Attorney. And
Well, there's a difference, okay? Classy knows who fucking dies and how many times. I don't know.
you just have a feeling. You're just like, hey, can you take this character for me? And I'm like, okay. Are they gonna live?
So what you're
Oh,
saying is they're a
maybe.
great match.
Why isn't it showing up on window capture?
This time I didn't break it.
Oh, I can do game capture. Never mind, I'm stupid. I'm the big stupid. Then game capture Steins Gate, and then stream Steins Gate. So are we starting a new road? Is that where we are? I don't remember.
I think it's Suzaha.
Is it? Or were we here?
I don't know. We'll find out.
9-3? That doesn't sound right.
We just finished a route.
Thank you for the
Remember that
resub,
much.
Ian. Did we?
Yeah, we finished Moika's, if I'm correct, right?
Fuck, I gotta pull
Wait,
up
no,
the fucking
Moika's
guide
was like
again.
the second one we did.
I can just check my achievement list.
We did.
We finished
Ferris.
Ferris's ending.
So who comes after Ferris?
I'm looking it up. Steins Gate Guide.
It would be Suzaha, because I remember it was going to be like switching between me and Amumu. Which means I actually have to talk. It's a good thing I fixed everything.
My Darling Embrace route.
Oh,
Guide to all character endings.
As long as I don't need to be that guy again.
You get to be that
think you're
guy
safe.
again. We get that route now.
No.
Alright, so Suzaha ending. Use of the Ruin end. On August 7th, when prompted to open your phone, navigate to the contacts list and choose only the contact. Send this email after ignoring the prompts to do so 3 times. I think this is where it was, right?
One of them is, yeah, the email start.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Is this the first one, though?
Yeah, I think
Phone
so.
navigate?
I think so.
8-7,
3
I think, is
times, so
day
I
one.
ignore it 3 times.
Did it ignore it 3 times, or was it?
You know, if we end up on the wrong route, we'll fix it.
Yeah. That's the first time. I just skip. Can't skip.
No, this is the one part we can't skip.
Can skip this part though. 2. Three.
It's crazy how this is what changes the events, is how long Okabe waits to send a mail.
I forget how to do this.
Oh no.
Send.
I think the whole premise is it's because it changes what you're sending.
So it should be called something of the ruin end if we get this correct. The
What does
world
it call it?
shakes. I lose my sense of balance and everything goes dark. Then, the distortion stops. This is the wrong one. Wait, which one is this? Wait, Stirring Arc? No, wait, maybe we're on the right one.
Could that be Mayuri's route?
No,
No.
this is Suzuha's.
Oh, it is? Okay. I think that's just the name of the ending that I was
okay.
looking at, not the name of the chapter we're on.
Hmm.
I know I was in the other room before, but now I'm suddenly sitting on the sofa. I quickly look at my right wrist. It's gone. I thought my wrist was gone. Number 12. The cause of all my problems up until now has vanished without a trace. I did it. The T-mail worked! If I was just a little slower, I would have had to spend an entire night with Kirisu like that. An entire night attached to Kirisu. Just thinking about it is exhausting. After letting out a sigh of relief, I sink down into the sofa. Who is that?
I'm just gonna assume it's me.
Sure, go for it.
Hey, are you alright?
The sudden voice coming from next to me causes me to jump in surprise. Hey, you're right.
Hey.
What?
Part-time warrior, I didn't realize you were here.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? We were literally talking this whole time.
We were?
Yeah, duh. Wait a sec, were you even listening, Okabe Rentaru?
Sorry.
You're a jerk.
Suzuha mutters her complaints at me while I take a look around the room. It seems we're the only two people here. I could probably count how many times Suzuha and I have been alone together on one hand. No big deal, though. So, what were we talking about again?
We were talking about Hashida Ataru.
Daru? What? Did he do something perverted again?
No, that's not it. Wait a sec, what do you mean, again? Are you implying he's always doing something skeevy?
No, not exactly. It's not like he's committed crimes or anything. Just saying that the way he regularly composes himself can be rather unfortunate. That's all.
The way he composes himself? I don't really get it, but if he hasn't broken any laws, then I guess that's fine.
Yeah, he's just an otaku loser at heart. There's no need to worry.
A loser, huh?
Suzuha goes quiet for a moment, but quickly flashes the usual smile at me.
Okay, got it. Anyway, anything else?
About what?
Come on, I just told you. I want you to tell me what kind of person Hashida Ataru is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Something about this seems fishy. Why is Suzuha suddenly so eager to learn more about Daru? Wait, could she actually, like... No, that's impossible. There's no way anyone could ever feel that way about Daru. Fine, if you really want to know that badly, I'll tell you everything.
Really?
It's not like I have anything to hide about him. And that said, it's not like I know anything worthy of special mention either. Daru's my favorite right arm, and a super haka.
Your favorite? You have more than one?
Simply put, he's my right-hand man and a skilled hacker.
So is somebody you rely on, Akabe Rentaro?
I nod firmly in response to Suzuha's question. That's the cold hard truth. His skill in regards to computer knowledge and hacking is second to none. He isn't called a super hacker for nothing.
And?
And what?
Is there anything else?
No, not really.
Huh.
I mean, I don't really have much else to say about Daru. Outside of what I mentioned, he's a hardcore otaku. Delving into a wide range of hobbies from manga to eroge, Daru is one of Ferris's biggest fans. Additionally, he also has an impossible number of waifus in the land beyond the screen. But considering the fellowship we share as men, I decided to keep quiet on this. That being said, this is all pretty obvious to anyone who sees how he conducts himself on a day-to-day basis.
Seriously? That's terrible. Aren't you guys friends?
We're not friends. If anything, we're partners.
Oh, come on. That's just semantics. Normally you'd have way more to say about a friend, right?
If you really want to know more about him, why not just ask him directly?
Huh? You want me to ask Hashida Ataru directly?
What do you think ask him directly means?
I guess, but I can't. That'd be way too embarrassing.
Her cheeks turn red as she looks down at her feet. It's rare to see Suzuha like this. Impossible. Could she actually like Daru?
Okay, I got it. I'll give it a try.
The more I think about it, the more I start to feel like her reaction completely fits the bill. This could be very interesting.
Oh, also, can I ask one more thing?
What is it? There's no point in asking me for date ideas, just so you know.
Psh, I already know that, duh. I'd never ask you for that sort of advice, Okabe Rentaro. I doubt you'd have much to offer.
Her tone is light, but that sure was a low blow. To make matters worse, it's not like she's wrong.
Basically, what kind of place is Kamima?
Well, that was unexpected. Though I guess if she's interested in Daru, it makes sense to want to know more about Kamima. You should definitely ask Daru about that.
I figured you'd say as much.
I guess she read me like a book. Suzuha scratches her head, a troubled expression on her face. Well, if it's too hard to ask him, you could try asking Mayuri instead.
Oh, good point. Shida Mayuri knows a lot about Kamima too.
After saying this, Suzuha's expression darkens slightly. Wait, does she not like Mayuri? I think about this for a moment. Mayuri is probably one of Daru's closest female friends. What if Suzuha is jealous of her? That would explain the look on her face. If she really does like Daru, the puzzle pieces are all falling into place.
Okay, I got it. I'll give that a try.
Seriously? Are you sure?
Huh? What do you mean? You're the one who suggested asking her, Okabe Rentaro.
I did, but now that I think back on it, I've never sensed any sort of hostility between her and Mayuri.
Anyway, whatever. I'll try asking Shina Mayuri about Kamima.
Suzuha smiles at me. She doesn't look like the kind of person who'd be two-faced about that sort of thing. Which means I'm probably overthinking all of this.
I'm gonna get going. Thanks. You're a real lifesaver, Okabe Rentaro.
Wait a moment, part-time warrior! Suzuha waves her hand and tries to leave, but turns around when I call out to her. There's one thing I have to tell you.
What?
You keep calling me Okabe Rintaro. But that isn't my true name. It's Hyoyin Kyoma. Don't forget it.
True name? Hyoyin.
Hyoyin Kyoma.
Okay, anyhow, see you later, Okabe Rentaro.
She didn't get it at all.
Hey, Okairan!
I'm spacing out in the lab after lunch when Mayuri starts talking to me. By the way, apparently the whole money problem we were having yesterday has been resolved. I only found out after I got to the lab today. The manager that Mayuri mentioned before apparently had purchased Future Gadget number 1. We probably should have been looking into selling the gadgets ages ago. But hey, hindsight is 20/20, right? No. The lab isn't suddenly overflowing with cash. But at least that's one problem out of the way.
Okairan, aren't Darukan and Suzusan super duper close?
Daru and part-time warrior? Why do you ask?
Well, Mayushi bumped into Suzusan on the way here today. She started asking me all kinds of questions about Daru-kun.
About Daru? She wasn't rude or anything, was she?
Rude? Suzusan's never rude. She's a good person.
I see. Then I guess my worries yesterday were completely unfounded. But considering she wasted no time asking Mayuri about Daru specifically, Amane Suzuha is clearly a woman of action.
Hey, Okairan, do you think Suzusan likes Daru-kun?
Looks like we're on the same page.
You mean you think so too?
Yeah. Part-time warrior asked me a bunch of questions about Daru yesterday.
Oh, I guess I wasn't alone. But Mayushi kinda gets the feeling this isn't what we think it is.
How so?
Sure, it looks like Suzusan is interested in Daru-kun. I don't think it's romantic. It's something else, I guess.
What else could it be?
That's the thing. Mayushi doesn't really know. Either. Something just feels off.
That doesn't do much to clarify things. But if Mayuri thinks that's the case, she might be right. Her intuition has always been as sharp as a knife.
Oh, she also asked me about Kamima. I wonder if Suzusan's just interested in otaku things.
I don't know about that. She asked me about Kamima too, but it looked like she was less interested in anime and manga than she was in the event itself.
Oh, okay. I think Suzusan cosplays. I should be super happy if she does. She'd be great.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Mayuri is holding a cosplay magazine in her hands. Cosplay, huh? To be honest, Suzuha doesn't really seem the type.
I'm sure this costume would suit her really well.
Mayuri points at a cosplayer dressed up as a character from a popular fighting game. I've never played it, but I always see that character on posters whenever I walk around Akihabara. Why don't you ask her?
Good idea. I'd still be able to make her costume in time if I started on it soon. I'll ask her the next time I see her. Thanks, Okairan.
Well, I'm glad that's settled. Unfortunately, the problem with Daru and Suzuha still remains. What's she planning? Don't tell me she actually likes Daru. Nazumi.
I wasn't expecting. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Just... Huh? Oh, wait. Amanishi?
hear a loud, surprised voice from outside the window. I'm pretty sure that was Daru. And he even said Suzuha's name. I look over at my Yuri, but she's totally engrossed in her cosplay magazine. I don't think she even heard the commotion. I leave my Yuri to her literature and rush out the window, my body half leaning outside. Damn. What I saw was as unexpected as it was breathtaking. In front of the Brawn Tube workshop. It may be a low-traffic alley, but it's still the middle of the day. There. Of all things I expected, I certainly didn't expect to see Suzuha holding Daru in her arms.
Manishi.
Is this the route where, like, I try and get with Suzuha, but I get cucked by Daru?
I approve of this route.
Because this is the Suzuha route.
I hope not.
Daru's voice is trembling. Despite the distance, I can clearly see that Daru's completely frozen in place. He's just standing there like a pole. I can hardly blame him. I doubt he's ever experienced anything like this in his 20 years on this planet.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't help it.
Suzuha steps away from Daru, finally noticing his reaction. She awkwardly scratches her head. Daru remains unchanged, still doing his best impersonation of a pole. Suzuha looks up, and just as our eyes are about to meet, I rush away from the window. As I return to the center of the room, my brain tries to piece together what just happened. Suzuha was hugging Daru. Daru had turned into a pole. What was that?
Hey, Okairan, what's wrong? Did something happen outside?
My Yuri notices my mild panic. Well... Should I tell my Yuri? I hesitate for a short while before the lab door quietly opens.
Oh, Daru-kun.
Speak of the devil.
Daru-kun, Daru. Hey, Okairan's been acting weird today. Daru-kun?
He looked like a doll. Almost as though his soul had been sucked out of him. Daru doesn't reply to my Yuri. Or react to her at all, for that matter. He just slowly walks into the lab. He's heading to the shower room. Hey, Daru! You've got some nerve going straight for the shower. He finally reacts to my yelling and turns around to face me.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? That's the shower room. When did the lab become your personal bathhouse? After responding in that way that makes it unnecessarily hard to tell if he's even understood what I said, Daru sits down on the nearby sofa.
Hey, Okairan, what do you think happened to Daru-kun?
Mayuri whispers to me, a look of concern on his face.
Could he be sick? He's not sick, is he?
No, I don't think we need to worry about that.
Really? But I've never seen Daru-kun like this before. Mayushi's super worried.
I can hardly blame her. From her point of view, Daru was just sitting on the sofa like a zombie, blankly staring into space. Even an outsider would find it strange, much less Mayuri. Well, I'm sure it's nothing. He's probably just in a daze because he couldn't get a copy of the eroge he wanted or something.
I hope so.
I glance at Daru. He looks like he's seen a ghost. Stupefied on the sofa. Seriously? All it took was one hug from a cute girl to turn you into this mess? Pathetic, Daru. Pathetic.
Hey. Okarin,
Daru finally opens his mouth to speak, his voice so low that only I can hear him. His eyes are still darting every which way. I guess he's not completely back to normal just yet. What's up, Daru?
Did you know that girls are really, really soft?
What?
Being popular with the ladies sure is tough.
I got goosebumps. This is real bad. He's completely lost it. Damn it, Suzuha, what have you done? No, wait a second. I'm struck with the epiphany, sorry. Did part-time warrior hug Daru on purpose, knowing that this would happen? Daru is my right-hand man. My favorite right arm, if I do say so myself. It'd be no exaggeration to say he's a extremely important part of this lab. Incapacitating Daru would deal considerable damage to our operations. Is this all a part of Suzuha's plan? Why would she need to do something like this in the first place? No. The answer to that question is obvious. She's a member of the organization. I'm not gonna let you win, damn it.
What are you talking about?
It's no use playing dumb. You may believe that you've taken down my right-hand man, but I've seen through all your plans.
Huh? All of them?
Suzuha's expression suddenly changes. Welcome, Ursats. My suspicions have been confirmed. I knew it. She's a member of the organization.
By everything, do you really mean everything?
Naturally, there's no truth that I can't uncover.
Then you know about my dad?
Yes, because I played the original game. What? Her dad? What's she talking about? Wait, this could be a ploy to confuse me. Her attempts to deceive me fall upon deaf ears. Such base tactics won't work on me.
That's not what I'm doing, I swear.
Having lost to my impeccable intuition, Suzuha smiles awkwardly at me.
I see. So you figured it all out, huh? I'd expect no less.
What? Giving up already?
I mean, what am I supposed to say if you figured it all out? The jig's up.
The jig's up? What'll happen to your people if you find out? Do you really think that there won't be any repercussions?
I guess they might get mad at me or something.
Mad? That's a rather light punishment for failing a mission. Wait, it's the organization we're talking about here. She probably knows full well what awful fate awaits her.
But this is a problem. It'd be real bad if a lot of people found out about me. What should I do?
Well, I'm no monster. If you accept my conditions, I wouldn't be against looking the other way.
Wait, you mean you're not gonna tell everyone my secret?
I said, if you accept my conditions.
Conditions? Are they doable?
That's up to you.
Not to me, huh? Don't tell me it's gonna be something perverted.
What? Who do you think I am? I am the great Hyoyin Kyoma. I would never resort to such lewd tactics.
I figured. Thank goodness. So, what are your conditions?
You really want to know? Hi, Haku.
Yep. It'd be really bad if lots of people knew about me after all.
I see. In that case, listen carefully. My conditions are that from this point forward, You must become a lab mem and work towards the betterment of this fine institution. Institution. There we go. I can say words. Fuck you, Haku. If I can't get Susaha, a member of the organization, to join me, I'd be able. Or if I can get Susaha, a member of the organization, to join me, I'd be able to stay a few steps ahead of them at all times. In other words, she'd be a double agent. I'll use anyone and anything to accomplish my goals. That's how the mad scientist Hyoyin Kyoma does things.
So, basically, you want me to pledge my loyalty to you?
Simply put, yes.
So, that's your angle.
At the end of the day, I'm asking her to betray her own people. I get that this is an easy thing to just agree to on the fly.
Sure.
Wait, what?
I don't know what you consider to be loyalty. We'll be helping each other out when we're in a pinch, right?
I suppose that's one way of putting it.
I see. We're going to have each other's backs. This is just like what Dad said.
Dad? Wait, didn't you say something along those lines earlier? Too. Does she have some sort of father complex?
Anyway, I guess we'll be official partners from here on out, Wakabe Rentaro.
Susaha extends her right hand. Her friendly attitude makes me reflexively respond to Kai.
Ah!
A loud voice erupts from behind me.
Oh.
Oh, hold your horses. What are you doing, Okarin?
I turn around to see an angry Daru by the building entrance, dashing towards me at the speed of someone much smaller than he is. I can't believe how much energy he has. Wasn't he a zombie not too long ago? What's wrong, Daru? Why so panicked? Daru grabs me by the sleeve and pulls me aside. He talks into my ear.
What do you mean, what's wrong? Don't get too buddy-buddy with Manishi. Got that?
Huh?
What's up? Why are you two whispering to each other over there? Is there something you're hiding from me?
No. It's no big deal.
What? Daru sends me flying as he turns around. It's clear that he was trying to keep me away from Susaha. I watched them for a while. Daru faces Susaha the whole time, wiggling his big frame back and forth in a strange, almost hypnotic way. He keeps replying to her questions over and over again with answers that betray his inexperience with women. This might be a more serious illness than I thought. This is the reverse harem for Susaha, I guess, wrote. The next day, I discovered that Daru's illness had grown even worse. Another job.
Yeah, I won't be able to help out over here for a while.
As soon as he got to the lab, he broke the news to me. Daru's always worked a shady job, but now he's apparently adding a short-term one on top of that. I see. Well, Kamima's coming up, so you probably need the money, right? With our previous financial issues solved for the time being, things had quieted down. If he was going to be busy up until Kamima, I'd be fine with that. However, Daru's response was beyond anything I could have ever imagined.
Homima? I'm totally done with that. Old news.
He's a normie! What?
Huh? Daru-kun, you aren't going to Kamima?
Sorry, Mayushi. That's just not my scene anymore.
You are kidding. What happened, Hashida? Are you sick? Did you eat something spoiled?
How could I blame the two of them for being surprised? If there was one constant about Daru, it'd be that it's that he never missed Kamima. It didn't matter if he had a fever, broken bones, or if Tokyo itself was in flames. Hi, Tara. I can't speak for this world line, but I know for a fact he said as much before in a previous one. But now he's saying the complete opposite. Of course people would be surprised. On top of that...
We're too old to be talking about anime and junk anyway. Besides, it's pretty time-consuming dealing with people in the real world. You just gotta go on dates and buy presents. It's tough.
He gets touched by one girl and this happens.
Look who's topping. Akabe's not much better.
This is true. He starts going on and on despite nobody having asked. Who asked? Everyone's too shocked to reply or even form words at this point. Though Daru hardly seems concerned with whether we're reacting or not.
Ocarine, if you keep talking about Steins whatever and the organization like some middle schooler, Mayushi and the others are gonna end up abandoning you. Do you want to be miserable? Do you want to die alone? You have to make a change before it's too late, like how I did.
It's a fucking different person. As we stand there dumbfounded for however many time today, he gives us a light salute with his index and middle fingers before vanishing behind the development room curtain. What's this indescribable feeling of humiliation boiling up inside of me? Better calling you for being a Shinobi or yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with Hashida?
The atmosphere is tense and awkward, but Kirisu was the first one able to shake it off and speak. I don't blame her for asking that question. This change came out of nowhere. Even I'm shocked, and I saw what happened.
Mayushi knows what happened.
Really? Fill the rest of us in.
I think Suzu-san probably caused all this.
You mean Amane-san?
Yeah, Daru-kun said he was going to buy Suzu-san a present.
What makes you think that? It's true that Mayuri asked me yesterday if Suzuha likes Daru, but she shouldn't know anything about him being deceived by her. At least as of yesterday. She said her intuition was telling her that wasn't the case.
Because Daru-kun said so himself.
He did?
Yeah, before you and Christian came over.
I can totally picture him bragging about his accomplishments to Mayuri.
But Mayushi never expected him to say he was skipping Kamima. I was shocked.
Who cleared the fucking queue? I got hit by so many objects.
Well, clear your queue.
You're not alone. I thought Hashida only cared about 2D girls.
No, that's never been 100% true. Look at how he treats Ferris. Okay, retro. He was never a 2D only type of guy, but...
Either way, I never would have guessed that Hashida and Amane-san took up. When did that happen?
I usually thought they were a good match at first. But now that we're talking about it, it is kind of surprising, isn't it?
Oh, but it might just be too early to jump to conclusions. This could just be a one-sided thing on Hashida's end.
Really? From what he said in A, it seems to me like Suzu-san's the one that likes him.
Wait, weren't they shocked speechless just a moment ago? They've already started gossiping about this like it's no big deal. I, for one, can't accept this cruel reality. Huh? An email. It's from Ferris.
Are you okay, Nya? Ferris hasn't seen you around these past few days. I'm worried you might have caught a cold or something. Yeah?
Take my cell phone out quickly and read over the text. So he really is being tricked.
Huh?
Oh, Kyron.
Daru's being tricked by that part-time warrior.
What are you going on about? Don't tell me you're jealous.
I'm not. I'm speaking the truth. He's being deceived by Amane Suzaha. No. Wait. He might have been placed under mind control when she hugged him yesterday. The organization will use any means necessary to get the job done.
What? They hugged? Hashira and Amane-san? And that means he was telling the truth.
No, not at all. This is all going according to the organization's plan.
Oh, Kyron, I know you're sad because you feel like you're being left behind. And Mayushi thinks you should be happy for your friend.
What's going on here? Why aren't they on my side? Perhaps my true enemy isn't the organization, but mainstream women instead? I can't just stand by and watch. Hey, Daru!
Hey, wait!
Before Kirisu could stop me, I step behind the curtains. Upon entering the room, I see Daru wearing headphones, excitedly grappling with a programming language of some kind. Mainstream women scary. Is this the new job he mentioned? A part of me had hoped that this was all just an excuse to make time for more eroge, but clearly this isn't the case. Hey, Daru! No response. He must be incredibly focused. Seeing him work so furiously for the first time makes me a bit reluctant to get in his way, but regardless, I yank his headphones off with everything I can muster. Daru!
Oh, I muted myself.
You're fine.
Oh, hey Ocarine, what's the big deal?
We need to talk.
I told you earlier, I'm really busy working 2 jobs, so could you save it for another time?
Another time? Really? What about Ferris? I grab my cell phone and pull up the email I received a minute ago, thrusting it in front of Daru's face.
Ferris-tan.
See? Ferris is worried about you too. Daru stares at the screen on my cell phone. This should open his eyes, or at least it should have.
Amanashi is the only one for me now.
This is hopeless. This illness of his had evolved into something potentially fatal.
Anyway, unlike you, I'm really busy.
Daru doesn't so much as glance at me as he puts his headphones back on, returning his attention to the computer screen.
Sheesh, what's your problem?
You shouldn't do that kind of stuff, Ocarine.
These two don't understand anything. It's Suzaha's fault that this is even happening. At this rate, Daru's just gonna look like a complete fool. The right-hand man of Hyoyin-Kyoma, mad scientist and bringer of chaos, is nothing but a fool. It'd make me the laughingstock of the world.
Huh? Where are you going, Ocarine?
To complain! I'm gonna make Suzaha take responsibility for her actions. I go outside and approach the Brawn Tube workshop. Actually, Didn't Mr. Braun say he was taking his daughter somewhere? Did the trip get cancelled? Whatever, that doesn't matter right now. I quietly approach the door from the side and peek inside, avoiding Mr. Braun's line of sight to look and see if Suzuha's there.
Excuse me, sir. Please don't cause trouble for the other customers.
Ah! I hear a voice from behind me and literally jump up in surprise.
You know, if you sneak around like that, you only make yourself look super suspicious.
I had no choice. I was looking for you, but I can't afford to let Mr. Braun see me.
Looking for me? You need something?
Just come with me. I pull Suzuha somewhere quiet. You need to fix this.
Eh? What the heck are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I'm talking about Daru.
Taru? Do you mean Hashida Taru?
Yes. Because of you, Daru's turned into a complete fool. I told you that yesterday, didn't I?
Huh? You never said a word about him yesterday.
Wait, really? Oh. I guess I didn't actually mention Daru. I just told her that I wasn't going to let her win. Crap. Anyway, because of your unnecessary meddling, Daru's a mess. What are you going to do about it?
Wait a sec. How is this my fault? And what do you mean he's a mess? I have no clue what you're talking about.
I have no choice. I tell Suzuha everything that's happened since yesterday. And so by hugging him, you've given him the wrong idea.
No way. You gotta be kidding me, Okabe Rentaro. How could someone misinterpret that?
I'm not lying. Daru has very little experience interacting with women. It makes sense that he'd totally get the wrong idea from a hug.
What do you mean, little experience? He talks to girls like Mayuri Shina and Makisai Kurisu like it's no big deal.
He may be an otaku, but it's not like he has zero social skills. He's capable of normal conversations, but he's not used to excessive physical contact. Anyway, why did you hug him in the first place?
Hashida Tara found a bike part I was looking for really cheap in an online auction. I was super happy and I just wanted to show that I was grateful.
And so you hugged him? What, did you grow up abroad or something? Hell, Christina actually lived abroad and she never does stuff like that.
What can I say? We did it all the time at home.
What? What you do with your family is completely different in the story. Anyway, you might have meant to just say thanks, but that wasn't how you took it. Like I said before, it's likely he's never received such affectionate physical contact from anyone but his mother. Even after making my case, Suzuha still groans like she doesn't believe me.
But still...
There's no buts about it. It's the truth, just accept it.
You say that, but...
Anyway, if you're serious about him, I won't get in the way. But if you're just playing with his feelings, you better stop this instant. Got that?
I told you, I'm not trying to play with his feelings.
So do you like Daru?
Of course I like him.
What?
Oh, obviously not in a romantic sort of way. But you already knew that, right?
Why would I know that? Why would I know anything about this?
And besides, there's no way Hashida Itaru would ever feel like that towards me.
Say what you will, but he does. I don't understand why Suzuha is trying so hard to downplay his feelings, but what she thinks doesn't matter. It's what Daru feels that's important. Daru even said that he's gonna skip Kamima. you know how long he's been looking forward to it? This is a huge problem.
What?
The question is, if Daru learns who Suzuha actually is, would that change things to be better or worse?
You'd probably have an existential crisis.
Yeah. That was the loudest I ever heard Suzuha yell.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
She grabs me by the chest and settles up next to me. What's going on? Why is she so panicked?
Did you just say that Hashida Ataru might not be going to Kabima?
There's no might. He outright said that he's not going.
Why not?
He's working another job because he wants to buy you a present, apparently.
You've got to be kidding me.
Despite her calm demeanor from earlier, Suzuha is starting to lose her cool.
No way. This is bad. This is really bad.
That's what I've been trying to say from the start.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
Huh? Hey, wait. I follow Suzuha into the lab. There I nearly crashed into someone on their way out.
Ugh.
Daru.
Hey, come on, Okarin, that's not cool.
He complains to me the moment he sees me. Not cool? What did I do?
What? Trying to play innocent? You told Amashi about my part-time job, didn't you? I was gonna keep it a secret and surprise her, but now you've ruined it.
Looks like Suzuha told him everything. I peek inside the lab and look on her face is one of abject failure. I have no idea why Suzuha suddenly lost her cool, but dealing with Daru is my #1 priority. At this point, I just have to be straight with him. Hey, Daru, it's about time you opened your eyes.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, Okarin? I don't care what you're getting at.
Listen, you've been tricked by that part-time warrior. She doesn't have any sort of special feelings for you.
What? Now you're bad-mouthing Amashi? Right in front of her? You're the worst.
No, I'm not bad-mouthing her.
Whatever, just stop. I thought you were better than this, Okarin.
Daru pushes me aside and walks to the door. Wait, Daru, I'm not done talking to you.
Well, I am, Okarin. I'm done talking with you.
I reach out to stop him, but only end up futilely grasping at the air. Daru leaves the building. He keeps his back to me as he leaves, not turning around even once. This might actually be really bad. When I look back into the room, my Yuri and Kirisa both give me less than jovial looks.
Okabe, that was too much. Even for you.
Mayashi thinks that was kind of terrible too.
No, I swear it wasn't trying to. I'm trying to help Daru and... What else can I say? No matter how you slice it, looks like I'm the villain here. Shit. I'm not the one at fault here.
What should I do?
Suzuha staggers towards me slowly. She's the reason all this is happening, and yet she looks like someone who just found out the world was gonna end. Josie thanks to the lurk. Part-time warrior?
I didn't mean for this to happen. This is bad. What should I do?
Hey!
At this rate, I'll...
All we can do is watch Suzuha leave the lab, face completely pale.
What happened to Suzu-san?
Who knows?
She said something similar when she lost her cool earlier, too. What's going on here? Oh, well, thanks for the lurk. Either way, going by the way she broke down, this is a huge problem for her. Concerned, I decided to visit the Brawn 2 workshop just before closing time. However, she went home?
Yeah, a little while ago, actually. I figured she was slacking off somewhere, but as soon as she got back, she said she was going home. Man, young people these days just don't take work seriously. Hey, you tell her a thing or two next time you see her. Got it?
Okay. The day ended before I could even find out what happened to Suzuha. The next day, Suzuha's bike is nowhere to be found. She didn't come to work. I wanted to ask her about what happened yesterday, but given her mental state, she probably decided to take the day off. I'll try emailing her later. Entering the lab, I met with unexpected welcome. An unexpected welcome.
Oh, Ocarine.
It's Daru. Considering what happened yesterday, I figured he wouldn't be dropping by today. Impressively, that wasn't the only thing that caught me off guard.
I'm sorry for saying such terrible things yesterday. My bad.
For some reason, Daru's the one apologizing. I'd assume he didn't even want to talk to me. This is all happening so fast, it feels unreal. Anticlimactic, even. However, Daru would then follow up his apology with yet another surprise.
Now that I think about it, it totally makes sense for someone as unpopular as you to be jealous of a super cool guy like me. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me. I'm really sorry for lashing out at you like that. That was very childish of me.
Here to get off that high horse? I could care less about being popular with the ladies. But I still can't help but be annoyed hearing that from him of all people.
Don't worry, Ocarine. I'm sure one of these days you'll find a nice girl who says she likes you. One day. When that time comes, I've got your back.
I can see his eyes victoriously watching me from behind his glasses. He's so deep into his own misunderstanding that there's no turning back. This is bad. I have to do something fast. Hey, Daru. I open my mouth to speak but end up stopping myself. Whatever I say to Daru, it's just going to lead to a repeat of yesterday's events. That'll just make this whole situation harder to deal with. Not to mention, if Daru keeps going down this path, eventually reality is going to come crashing down on him one way or the other. Daru would be in a bad place for a while, but I'm sure he'd bounce back. He'd be back to his old ways in no time, rambling about his favorite 2D waifus. I just have to endure this whole farce until then. True, this definitely deals a blow to the lab's overall productivity. But it's a fair compromise. It's certainly better than making him angry and things getting worse. And hell, putting the organization aside, who knows? Things could still work out exactly the way Daru wants them to. Suzuha said yesterday that she likes him. Sure, maybe not romantically, but there's always the chance of our feelings changing. After having put some thought into it, I feel more strongly than ever that I should just let things be. Though, to be honest, there's a part of me that just doesn't want to think about this anymore.
What's wrong, Ocarine? Already looking for some advice?
No, it's nothing.
Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, like I said yesterday, I'm going to be busy with work for a while. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Daru once again does his two-finger salute, trotting off to seclude himself in the development room. No, I'll just leave Daru to his business. The bigger issue is...
We have a new angel.
Bob!
Yo, 2 years.
2 years! Oh my goodness, 2 years! Thank you for the resub. How are you doing, Bob? You said that perfectly. Right when, like, the phone rang, you resubbed. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I hear my cell phone ringtone go off, signifying that I got a new email. Sender is Suzaha. Doing good, heading off to sleep somewhat soon. I hope you sleep well when you do.
I kind of need your advice on something. Can you come downstairs?
That's right. The problem is Suzaha, not Daru. She was acting completely out of character yesterday. It's clear that something's going on. Yes, Suzaha might be a member of the organization. I'm sure some would think me a fool to even consider helping her. But she's also a lab mem now. Didn't we just promise that we'd have each other's backs? I need to keep that promise. That's what a truly righteous person would do. And that is precisely the kind of man that I am. Furthermore, if I show her how kind and understanding I am, the part-time worker will feel indebted to me. That would be very useful down the line. I'd have an overwhelming advantage against the organization. Wahahaha! I read Susan's email once more. She wants me to come down, which means that she's probably at the Vtubers workshop. I guess she got here right after I did. I do as I told and walk down the stairs towards the workshop. There's a bicycle in front of the building that wasn't there earlier. Confirmation that Suzaha did come. Just to be careful, I peek into the store from the side. I know for a fact I haven't made a ruckus lately, but I'd still prefer to avoid Mr. Braun if possible. My eyes meet with Suzaha's. She stands up happily and rushes over to me and grabs my arm.
I'm so glad you're here. Come on in.
She's acting like this is her own house. Just to be safe, where's Mr. Braun?
He's not here right now, so come on in.
I let myself get dragged into the shop. This whole thing makes me feel like we're involved in some scandalous relationship. As the name suggests, the Vtubers Workshop is a bizarre shop filled with Vtube TVs. With society clamoring over the latest digital fads these days, I can't imagine there are too many places like this left.
So what do you think I should do?
She asks her question, no context whatsoever. Do about what?
I mean, Hashida Taro, he likes me, right?
I don't see what the problem is.
Huh? We're talking about Hashida Taro. Of course that's a problem. That never ever happened. No way.
I'm honestly starting to feel bad for Daru right now. But just yesterday you were going on and on about how there's no way Daru could ever have feelings for you, right?
Normally that'd be the case.
I feel like I'm missing something here. I have no idea what she means by normally here.
Either way, the problem is that he's not going to Kamima.
Seriously? That's the thing you're worried about?
Yeah, it's a problem. A super massive problem that's basically a matter of life or death.
Even more confused than before.
I mean, if I just left, that'd probably fix things, but it's not that simple.
Left? What, are you planning on going home for Oban or something?
That's not what I mean. I can't just go back to my original time.
Yeah, good point.
What should I do? What do you think I should do?
Let's see. Well, first off... Huh? Wait. Did she just casually drop something super crazy? Something about her original time?
Hey, don't leave me hanging. You're the only person I can rely on here, Akabe Rentaro.
Before that, can I ask you something?
What is it?
What do you mean by your original time?
Is that some kind of trick question? I obviously mean the place and time that I originally came from.
What part of this is obvious?
Come on, stop playing with me. You already know all this. You said the other day that you figured everything out, remember?
What exactly am I supposed to know?
That I came from the future?
What? You came from the future. The future. She means future as in a time beyond the present? Yet to come? Right? Are you telling me you're some kind of time traveler?
Telling you? But wait a second. Didn't you already know this, Akabe Rentaru? That's why you said that the other day.
She's from the future? This young lady in front of me is a time traveler. Are you serious? Are you really from the future?
You've got to be kidding me. But you really didn't know. Uh-huh. You've got to be joking. Then... what am I gonna do? I just laid it all out there.
Suzuha's from the future. There was a character like this in an anime that Mayuri and Dara were really into a little while ago. It was actually pretty cool, but that's besides the point. I always figured that it was just another one of those made-up stories. I never imagined I'd hear a real person say the same thing.
I've really messed things up.
The alleged time-traveling girl writhes in agony before my very eyes.
Can't believe you hadn't actually realized my true identity. You said you had seen through everything, so I just assumed.
Is it really bad that your cover's been blown?
Yeah, super bad. Time travelers aren't supposed to reveal who they are.
That makes sense. If humanity's gained the ability to time travel, there must be a whole lot of folks who travel back to the past. If there weren't any, that would mean that regardless of scientific advancements as a race, building a time machine is impossible. People have been saying that for years. In which case, it makes sense for there to be a rule in the place about revealing your identity. That being said, going by what you're telling me, you thought that I knew your true identity since the day before yesterday, right? You were pretty nonchalant about it back then. So what gives?
That's because I didn't actually tell you directly.
So it's no big deal if people find out? As long as you're not the one who tells them?
I wouldn't say it's no big deal, but I mean, it happens.
It happens? I'm finding it hard to take this all seriously.
Plus, since you were the one who found out... Wait a second. Now that I think about it, this should be perfectly fine. You're Okabe Rentaro, after all.
Hold on. What do I have to do with any of this?
Because you're... Wait, no, I can't. I can't say any more than this.
This is exceedingly suspicious. Just leaving out way too many details. Is she really from the future? Or is this all just one big ruse? Hey.
What is it?
Are you really from the future?
Well, honestly shouldn't say anything else, but it'd be really nice to have someone who could help me out. It's all true. I came to the year 2010 from the year 2036. I'm an honest-to-goodness time traveler.
Honest to goodness, eh? Then, do you have proof that you came from the future?
Proof? I do have something, I guess.
She starts fumbling for a bit before she pulls out a pendant from out of her collar and shows it to me. What's this?
Proof of my identity, like you asked for. This pendant is actually a chip that serves as an ID.
Unfortunately, I have no way of verifying that.
Also, my DNA should be registered to it, so you can check my hair or something for evidence. Oh, I know. Do you know anything about John Teeter?
Of course I do. He's the man who claimed to have been from the future.
That's me.
What?
Before coming to this time, I visited the year 2000. I used the name John Teeter while I was there.
Seriously? Even among enthusiasts, there are few who know of John Titor. That she knows his name at all means at least she's at least well read. But that also makes her look that much more suspicious. Wait, if that's the case, then does that mean the future really is a dystopia?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I see. So you don't know? That would mean you're not actually from the future.
Huh? How does that prove anything?
Well, you see, when John Titor descended upon that channel back in the day, that's what he posted about. John Titor was from 2036. He spoke of a dystopia where there was no shred of privacy, a system of absolute control ruling out every aspect of human life. There's no way you could be John Titor if you didn't know that. You're just a part-time warrior pretending to be a time traveler.
But I mean, the fact remains that I'm from the year 2036.
And no matter what you say, I can't just believe you without actual proof.
Proof, huh? It's not an easy thing to come by. What can I dig up? Proof.
Fabricating evidence isn't exactly easy when you're on the spot like this. Anyway, if she's still trying to trick me, there's no point in listening to any more of her nonsense. Let's just end this and return to the lab.
Proof, huh? Proof.
Sounds like you don't have anything left to say. I'll be on my way.
I got it. There's that. Hey, Akabe Rentaro.
Suzuha's expression brightens as she turns to face me.
Come with me.
What?
Want proof that I'm from the future? I'll give you proof. Come on.
Before I can respond, Suzuha grabs my hand and starts running. Hey! Is it okay to leave for her to leave the store empty like this? I got an achievement.
Over here.
Wait, slow down. How much stamina is this girl packing? We've been running since we left the lab, and she's not even a little out of breath.
Oh, come on. Grow some muscle.
I'm more the thinking type. A mad scientist doesn't need to be ripped. Dar would already be dead if he was in my position. Excuse me.
Get it together. You're the only person I can turn to right now, Kabe Rentaro.
Suzuha finally stops her running and lets go of my hand. Any ordinary man would probably be delighted to hear those words, but not so easily won over. To be honest, I'm too tired to care. I have no idea where you intend to take me, but I need a little break.
Don't give up now. We're almost there.
Are you telling me your evidence is somewhere around here? This is the front of Akihabara Station. What kind of proof could she possibly have here?
Yeah, it's super close. Right over there.
Suzuha points her finger straight ahead. She's pointing at... Not only did I knock at my break, but now I'm being forced to climb stairs.
Come on, you can do it. We're almost there.
Apparently I've still got a ways to go. But up ahead is...
Right here.
This is... I've seen this view before. That's right. It was the day I first met Kirisu. I saw the same thing right here. Kirisu would then be stabbed shortly after. Or at least, that's what I thought. As luck would have it, she was still alive and kicking. In that world line, this strange artificial satellite had smashed on the side of the building. But this is odd. My D-mail should have erased it from its existence. And yet, here it is. Why is Suzuha showing this to me? I guess the answer is obvious. She wants to use it to prove that she's far from the future. And if that's the case... Don't tell me this... Is this actually a time machine?
Bingo. Good guess. And now you've seen too much to just walk away. I need your help, Uncle Chiron.
Did she just call me Uncle? Wait a second. Who are you calling Uncle? We're basically the same age.
Oh, good point. In 2010, we'd be about the same age. To me, you've always been Uncle Chiron.
She said she's from the year 2036. That's about 26 years from now. If she came from that far in the future, then she's calling me Uncle, then she... Out of curiosity, do you know all of us in the future?
Yep, I know all of you. My real name's Hashida Suzuha, after all.
Hashida... Suzuha? Hashida... Suzuha... Hashida... Hashida... Hashida? Wait. Hold the phone. Don't tell me you're Daru's...
Yep, Hashida Ataru is my father, and Uncle Chiron's right-hand man. Well, that's about the long and short of it. Do you believe me now?
After listening to Suzuha's explanation, I could barely make weird noises, never mind nod my head. In other words, time machines have been invented by the year 2036, but only a select few people know about them?
That's right.
Then why, if so few people know about them, are you of all people using a time machine?
Well, let's just say I have some connections here and there.
What baloney. No matter how many connections she has, nobody would let a young woman like her use a time machine.
I'm sorry. I'd love to go into the details, but that'd be a really bad idea.
I bet. If everything you've said so far is true, this already feels like a worst-case scenario.
You're not wrong.
She agrees, but she wears a thoughtless smile on her face. It's not even clear if she realizes she's done or not. Is it possible for me to get a closer look at your time machine, or is that a no-no?
I'm sorry. You can't. It's forbidden for us to share our technology with those from the past.
Okay, that makes plenty of sense. Though I suppose what I think doesn't really matter. I take a moment to go over Suzuha's story. There are a few key points of interest. Suzuha comes from the year 2036. Her father is Hashida Itaru, aka Daru. She's currently a member of some organization and has their permission to use said time machine. She came here to obtain a relic of this era. Apparently it's something that can't be attained for 26 years from now. So, what's this relic you need?
In the future, there aren't many machines left that can read things like 5-inch floppy disk or magenta optical disc. But there's still valuable data in a lot of those old formats. It's our job to go to the past and bring back those sorts of devices.
Magneto-optical and 5-inch floppy disks? Those forms of physical media are already considered relics in this time period. And they're not the only ones. Things like VCRs, cassette tapes, digital audio tapes aren't going to be around much longer either. I guess if you wanted to analyze that kind of media, it'd probably be easier just to come from the past and get what you need rather than try and find stuff that still works in the future.
That said, I'd be lying if I told you that was the only reason. Unfortunately, the rest is all super classified. Anyway, do you finally believe me?
I still have some doubts, but let's just say I believe your story. For now, anyway. But I have a question. You came here from all the way from the future, right? So why did you start working part-time at the Brontu workshop of all places? Why go through all the trouble of making contact with us?
Oh, there's actually a super important reason for all that.
And that would be... Considering she was willing to put her mission on the line, it must be something incredibly important.
To be perfectly honest, it's because I'm totally broke.
What did you say?
Okay, so when I traveled back to 1975, I made all sorts of investments that were supposed to pay off, but I ended up losing all my money because of the recession still going in 2010. Things just kind of happened. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
This girl. She's a complete idiot.
Huh? What's wrong, Uncle Okaran? Are you still tired from all that running?
No. I'm just exhausted by your stupidity is all. Didn't we do all this last game, or are we doing this again? Because I've been zoned out. No, yeah, it's a separate game. It's like a different story.
He gets to do it on 2 different world lines.
Couldn't you just go back to the future? Hey, back to the future.
Sure, that's one option. But people would get super mad at me for that.
She deserves more than a scolding for the trouble she's caused.
half joking. Yes, that was one of the reasons, but there's actually one other big one.
Another big reason? Could have just said that from the start. This is how the expression grows serious. There's no two ways about it. Whatever she's about to say, it's a big deal. I unconsciously adjust my posture. So, what's going on?
Well, you see...
Suzuha leans in close and whispers to me. I naturally start whispering too. Go on.
I wanted to see how my mom and dad first met.
You an idiot? We're right back to where we started. You traveled back in time for a personal reason. Nobody would ever willingly let you stay in the past just for that.
That's where you're wrong.
How so?
I know this is hard for you to understand because you don't know anything about the time I come from, Uncle Okiron. I mentioned it briefly before, but the kind of work I do right now is actually really, really difficult. It's not the type of job where you can be successful just through connections or luck. That's why, as a reward, I'm given special exemptions to stay for extended amounts of time in the time period of our choosing. When I was a little kid, Mom would always tell me stories about how she and Dad met and fell in love. I wanted to see that for myself and decided to stay here.
And it's all very hard to believe. I didn't know a person would think that she was off her rockers after hearing a story like that. Hell, that's what I was thinking up until a few moments ago. But no matter how unbelievable her story is, the simple reality is that there is a time machine right here before my very eyes. I'm carefully looking it over, even touching it. Something like this could be built in a matter of days, not even out of paper mache.
I don't know what you want me to say to that. It's the truth. I'd take you to another time period if I could, but that'd be crossing the line. So all I can do is ask you to believe me, Uncle Okiron.
Suzuha quietly begs me, her hands held together in front of her face.
Please, I need your help. I guess that's a no. You don't believe me?
There's one problem.
Yeah, go on.
Let's say that, reluctantly mind you, that I believe you came from the future.
You believe me? You'll help?
Suzuha suddenly bends forward towards me. I reflexively pull back. Wait. Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm not done talking. Listen carefully, got it? I said I reluctantly believe you, and I mean that. But there's one thing about this all that I just can't get past, and that's... that you're Daru's daughter, of all people. That's the most ridiculous part of all this. No matter how hard I rack my brain, that bit seems more unbelievable than ever. Or than even our time travel story.
Huh? But why? Sure, we don't look too similar. Lots of kids don't look like their folks.
You have a mother, right? And if you were here to see how she meets Daru, I'm assuming you weren't born from the limb of a tree or something.
My mom's back in my original time. And human, I might add.
That's the part that makes no sense. This is Daru we're talking about. That Daru. I can't picture him ever getting married.
That's terrible. Aren't you guys friends? Why would you say that about him?
Saying this precisely because we're friends. True, Daru and I haven't known each other for all that long. But while our time together has been short, I like to think that I understand him. Which is why I must repeat myself. Daru got married and had a kid? Impossible. This is unbelievable. And what's with your name? If you're Daru's daughter, why is your last name Hashira?
I just told you, Hashida is my real last name. Even I'm not dumb enough to make contact with you guys using my real last name. That's why I use Amane, my mom's maiden name.
I once again peer at the so-called time machine. No matter how many times I try to piece it all together in my head, it all seems impossible. That said, there's no reason for her to lie about any of this. She has nothing to gain.
So, do you believe my story yet?
I guess so. We're just gonna keep going in circles at this rate, so let's just go for that for now.
Yay, that's a huge relief. You finally believe me.
Saw stretches out with all their might, as though a huge burden has been lifted from her shoulders. Her slender silhouette stands out against the blue sky. If she's really Daru's daughter, she must mainly take after her mother.
Now that that's all over with, I'm feeling hungry. Since we're already out here, wanna grab a bite?
Hey, wait up!
What's up? Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna ask you to treat me or anything.
That's not it. Aren't you forgetting something?
Something? Wonder what that could be.
Didn't you want me to help you with something?
Oh!
She's quite the scatterbrain.
That's right, Uncle Ocarine. I need your help. At this rate, I...
Say no more. I've already got to handle the situation. You want me to help get Daru back to normal, right?
No way! How'd you know?
It wasn't hard to put the pieces together after hearing your little story. The reason she didn't think Daru could ever fall in love with her is because she's his daughter. But naturally, Daru has no idea that's the case. Suzuha just wanted to show affection to her father, but her actions ended up creating a huge misunderstanding. The one suffering the most here is Suzuha. Having your own flesh and blood father fall in love with you doesn't strike me as something you can just get over. But hell, if that was the only problem here, this would be a cakewalk. Unfortunately, it's not. This whole ordeal might result in her not even being born at all. Suzuha won't ever truly be able to rest easy until she knows that Daru snaps back to normal. But still, I was just thinking, do you really need to be all that worried about this?
Wow, that's kind of cold.
That wasn't my intention. I just mean, wouldn't all this be solved if you went back to the future? If Suzuha went home, she'd no longer exist in the present. So no matter how much Daru wanted to see her, it'd be impossible. She wouldn't even be born yet. The only reason he's fallen so hard for Suzuha is because she hugged him. He used to be all about Ferris up until then. Given a little time, I'm certain he'd moved on. It'd be a bummer that you wouldn't get to see how your parents first met, but beggars can't be choosers.
If only it were that simple.
But it is. If you go back to the future, Daru will eventually forget about you. Meet the woman he's supposed to meet, marry her, and have a kid. Boom, the end. That all sounds perfect to me.
I forgot to mention this, but the day and place my mom and dad meet is actually really special.
Special?
It was at Kamima in the summer of 2010.
Kamima in the summer of 2010? That's less than a week away!
Exactly. That's why I'm in a pinch.
This is one hell of a pinch. Even if Suzuha vanished right at this moment, Dara would still need more than a few days to get over her. We've all seen how serious about this he is. If we don't tread carefully, it's entirely possible that we'll do more than just miss Kamima as he tries to deal with his broken heart. It'd be one thing if he knew for a fact that Daru would still go to the event, but since we don't, Suzuha can't afford to be here. To not be here. No. Wait a minute.
What is it? Did you come up with a good way to get my mom and dad to meet each other?
No, not quite. According to John Titor, the world is composed of tractor fields, right? Basically, if one were to go back in time and do something differently, the world lines would recorrect and arrive at the same converging point no matter what. In other words, even if Daru and Suzuha's future mother, don't meet now, the two will eventually meet, marry, and give birth to her. That's their fate. Problem solved, right?
You might be right, but there's no way to know for sure. I don't exactly want to leave my life to chance.
I can understand that. Even a well-established theory about something that can't be proven correct until it actually happens in reality. And in this case, being wrong would prove fatal.
See, now that you know my situation, I'd be super grateful if you'd help make sure my parents meet each other, Uncle Kyron.
This is gonna be a serious pain, but with Daru's future on the line, I can't just say no. Also, we just have to open Daru's eyes and set him on a path to meet your mother at Kamima, right?
You'll help?
She sounds much more careless than I initially thought. I may be able to get her to spill some more detailed information about the time machine while we work together. I can't let this chance pass me by. Very well. You're my best friend's daughter. I'll lend you my wealth of knowledge.
Really?
Really.
Yay!
What? She suddenly hugs me. But wait, there's one condition.
Lay it on me. Ask me anything. If you're going to help me, I'll gladly do anything for you, Uncle Ocarine.
That right there. Stop that right now.
What do you mean?
Keep calling me uncle. Stop that.
Oh, jeez. You've always been Uncle Kyron to me, so I guess it's just habit. I'm sorry.
One other thing.
Huh? There's more? Didn't you just say you had one condition?
Initially, but I've just been forced to add another.
What is it?
Get off of me right this instant. Jeez, have you learned nothing? This is exactly how this Daru problem started in the first place. Call me uncle, call me daddy, oh no.
Oh, Moo, we don't need any more kids. The harem's big enough. Whoops,
Yeah,
I was so happy.
coming up. You another kid?
Ooh, does that mean there's gonna be another kid?
Oh no!
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, wait a minute. Your birthday seemed important. Does that mean another kid's popping up in the harem?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh no.
Are we doing another babysitting Fall Guy stream?
Maybe.
Oh no.
I don't know if we can do it.
Whoops, I was so happy that I couldn't help myself.
Huh. She might not be as thin as she looks.
Anyway, now that it's official, let's go fix the future uncle, I mean, Akabe Rentaro?
Roger that. Prepare to commence Operation Sojourner.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means, but yeah, woohoo!
We already call you God. Do we need to add Daddy to the list of titles? Yes. And so began our grand plan to play Cupid for Daru and Susaha's mother. Never thought the day would come when I'd be playing Cupid for someone. And on top of that, your own negligence. I can't speak. Cause one of
I can do it. Negligence.
Negligence. There you go. Thank you. Cause one of your... I never use that word in my vocabulary, like, ever. Caused one of your parents to fall in love with you. And now you need to help them along, so they get together. Huh?
Huh? What's up?
No, it's nothing. It's just... Sounds a whole lot like a movie I saw once. The next day, Susan and I meet up in front of the Bronze Tube Workshop. We will now commence the 94th Roundtable Conference. Granted, it's not much of a conference considering it's just the two of us. There's not much we can do about that. At least not without letting the others in on Suzaha's secret. Daru still has to come to the lab, and we already made sure that Mr. Braun isn't at the store. This goes without saying, but today's topic is Operation Sojourner. Before we get into that, Part-Time Warrior, there's a few things I'd like to confirm with you.
Can I ask you a favor, Akabe Rentaro?
What is it?
Since I'm not calling you Uncle Ukairan anymore, can you stop calling me Part-Time Warrior too?
What does she want from me? Part-Time Warrior is Part-Time Warrior. Whatever, there's no point in arguing over this. We don't have much time left after all. It's basically the first Back to the Future movie plot, yeah. Alright, Suzaha.
Yes?
First, I want you to tell me about your mother. What's her name?
My mom's name is Yuki. Yuki Hashida. Although, since she's not technically married in this time period, so she'd go by Amane Yuki.
Amane Yuki, huh? That name doesn't ring any bells. Though I guess that makes sense. Is your mother single? That's what I thought he was going with that. If I actually knew her, I would have realized it. Plus, the moment Suzaha told me her name. Plus, Yuki still hasn't even met Daru yet. So, this Amane Yuki met Daru at Kamiba, correct?
Yeah, she said they hit it off the moment they met.
Then that means your mother is an otaku, just like Daru.
Yeah, I guess that'd be the case. They both still love anime and stuff.
He marries Yukiko Amane from Persona 4, yes. Of all the people to have chemistry with, she must be an absurdly hardcore otaku considering she met Daru at Kamima. Any other pertinent information?
Information? Let's see. Oh, I know. If I recall, she said she used to cosplay.
She's a cosplayer?
That's right. I also know what Dad said to her when they first met.
And what would that be?
Moe Moe-kun.
Excuse me. She has to be messing with me. Hey, I'm being serious here. Answer me properly.
Moe Moe-kun.
Are you mocking me? Is this all part of your master plan?
No, I'm not. That's what my dad first said to my mom when they met. Moi Moi-kun, will you marry me?
You're sure of it?
I am. I never joke about this.
Can
And
I just quit now?
no. You can't. You're the only one I can rely on, Okabe and Taro.
Daru, come on. Moi Moi Kyun is just too ridiculous, even for you. Who the hell would say yes to that? Sure, that's absolutely the sort of thing Daru would say to a woman, but still. You've had it rough, haven't you?
Well, kind of. I guess.
I then take the opportunity to go over some of the more important pieces of information with Suzaha. First and foremost is Amane Yuki's current whereabouts. Unfortunately, she moved so many times it's impossible to figure out where she lives at the present. Worst case scenario, she could live outside of Tokyo. Which means it's not going to be possible to take Daru to meet her directly. Anyhow, there's no way we could get Daru to say such a ridiculous line to a woman who's not even cosplaying. Which means our one way out is to get Daru to Kamima no matter what. Which is not going to be easy. While it wouldn't be impossible to physically drag his huge body there, I'd prefer to avoid that scenario. We could probably put him to sleep with a stun gun or pills, but it'd be hard to sneak him into such a crowded venue. And even if we somehow pull that off, I find it very unlikely to be in the mood to frame a mind to say a line like that to someone who's only just meeting them for the first time. So that leaves us with one option. We have to get Daru to go to Kamima of his own volition. In order to do that, the first thing we need to do is wake him up from his perverted love for you.
Perverted?
He might not realize it, but he's got romantic feelings for his own daughter. How else am I supposed to describe it?
Well, I guess that's true, but you could be a little nicer about it.
There's no point in mincing words. Well, fine. In any case, we need to do something about his innocent love for you. You got any ideas?
I thought about it all night, but I got nothing.
She laughs weakly, scratching her head. It's amazing how unreliable she is, despite being despite this being a life or death situation for her.
What about you, Uncle Okabe Rentaro?
Of course I have an idea. Who do you think I am?
Really? What did you come up with?
Very well. Lend me your ear.
Okay.
So first... Momo?
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, why do I have to do something like that, Nya?
I know it's a lot to ask, but please, I'm begging you.
Likewise.
Hmm.
Susan and I bow our heads up down on the table. Ferris refuses to budge. It's just one favor. Please.
I'd love to help you out, but this is too much, even for me, Nya.
Come on, please. There's gotta be a way.
We're currently begging Ferris to help us out with that Dara problem. Before everything fell into pieces, Dara was obsessed with Ferris. He was such a massive fan, he'd swing by May Queen nearly every day. I'm sure it's not hard to see where I'm going with this. The plan I came up with involves having Ferris charm Daru so that he can move on from his perverted love for Suzaha. I know it's kind of a dab to say it's my own creation, but this plan is perfect. If Daru goes back to normal, there'll be no reason for him to continue with his current job. Which means he'll have plenty of time to attend Kamima. Perfect, right? In fact, it's beyond perfect. You could say it's even awe-inspiring. I'm not taking no for an answer.
I'm sorry. I really can't, yeah?
Is there any way we could change your mind?
Nope. Ferris can't do it, yeah?
None of my scheming means a thing if Ferris refuses to help. I have no choice. I didn't want to use this option, but... I see. How unfortunate. I thought you, of all people, could have pulled it off.
Sorry, yeah?
No, it's fine. Sorry for bothering you, Ferris. Let's go, Susaha. I look at my partner in crime and stand up.
Huh? But...
Give it up, Susaha. We can't save Daru. It was foolish of us to even think that we could.
Huh?
Let's go. I take Susaha by the hand and step towards the register, the bill in my other hand.
Well, wait, yeah?
Ferris's slender arms stop me. Perfect, just as planned.
What were you talking about just now?
What do you mean?
Don't dodge the question, yeah? You said you were trying to save Darunyan. What do you mean?
If you're not gonna help us, what's the point in telling you?
Wait! Depending on the situation, I might change my mind, yeah? What's going on? Tell me, Kyoma.
Ferris grips my arm tightly. I wink at Susaha as we sit back down. I give Ferris a vague outline of everything that's happened so far. I tell her about how Daru's become obsessed with a dangerous and manipulative woman. He's been desperately working multiple jobs to pay tribute to her, even at the cost of attending Kamima, something he'd been so excited for. However, no matter what we tell him, he won't listen to us. We're worried about his future. That's why we have to open Daru's eyes to the truth. And we can't do that without Ferris.
Ferris had no clue, nya. I had no idea that Darunyan got wrapped up in something like that.
That's the real reason why he stopped coming here to see you. Ferris gazes straight into my eyes, almost as though she's looking for something. I haven't lied. I just left out certain details. Besides, if I told her even the tiniest of lies, Ferris would be able to see through it. I don't know why, but this girl has ridiculous sharp intuition. I return Ferris's gaze.
I see. I understand, yeah?
Then...
Darunyan is a customer, but more importantly, he's my friend. I want to help, yeah?
Good, she believes me.
I'm surprised you can make that all up on the spot.
Nonsense, it's all true. After getting Ferris's cooperation, the two of us relocate to a corner of the area of Mayqueen. I quietly survey the cafe. You've contacted Daru, right?
Yeah, I told him I'd be waiting at Mayqueen.
And? What was his response?
He said he'd hurry over.
Susaha forces a smile and sips the milk tea in front of her. She's finally beginning to understand what sort of feelings Daru has developed for her. We'll probably be waiting here for a little while. Or at least that's what I thought, but the cafe doors open as I extend my hand towards my coffee cup. There stands Daru, out of breath. Whoa, no. Mayqueen isn't all that far from the lab, but seriously? He had to have dropped everything and just dashed over. Upon seeing Daru, Ferris moves in to greet him. Son and I keep tabs on the situation from our hiding spot.
Welcome back, nya. It's been a while, Darunyan. Ferris is super happy you're here.
I was told to come here.
Oh, right! The person who called you said she had some sudden business to take care of. She left, yeah?
By the way, we haven't told Ferris that Suzaha who called him here. It's supposed to be the woman who's Dara's obsessed with right now, after all.
She left? Are you serious?
Yeah, she asked me to apologize for her.
I see. Well, that's too bad.
Wait, yeah?
Dara starts treading off, but Ferris stops him.
Since you went out of your way to come here, I'll make you a cup of tea, yeah?
Sorry, but I had work to do.
Don't say that, yeah? It's on the house, yeah?
Huh? Hey, what?
Ferris is a pro. Without being too forceful, she wraps her arm around his and drags him inside. Even Dara can't say no to be treated like that. He quietly takes a seat. Everything's going according to plan so far.
Yeah, now it's up to Ferris.
Before Dara is even able to make an order, Ferris brings him an iced coffee.
Huh? I still haven't ordered anything.
I said it's on.
I said it's on the house, yeah? It's my way of saying thanks for coming so often, yeah?
Oh, well, I can't say no to free. I have a lot of expenses to deal with these days. But like I said earlier, I have got a lot of work to take over. After I finish this, I gotta get going.
Work? Wow! Is there something you want to buy, yeah?
A present? Wait. This has got nothing to do with you, Ferris-tan.
Notice Ferris' shoulder twitch ever so slightly.
So that's how it is. That's too bad, yeah? There's still so much Ferris wants to know about you, Darunya.
Ugh.
Bro.
Amazing. She's been gazing into Dad's eyes the whole time. She's been mixing syrup into the coffee.
If I recall, that's Ferris' signature technique. The Mixy Mix Gaze. Legend has it that no customer who comes to Make Me has ever been able to resist the charms of that technique. First time Dara fell victim to it, he was a mess.
Alright. Bottoms up.
He gulps down the iced coffee completely, unfazed by Ferris' special powers. Ferris' shoulders twitch again.
Hey, Ferris is acting kind of...
Yeah, Dara basically just dropped a bomb on her pride. Dara calmly places the empty glass on the table and stands up. Ferris, on the other hand, looks as though flames have just burst from her back.
Anyway, catch you later. Things to do, people to see.
Wait, yeah?
Ferris wraps herself around Dara's arm as he stands up to leave. Whoa!
Wow, she's so bold. She's totally touching his arms with her, weapons?
That's the legendary secret technique! The touch!
Touch?
It's one of Ferris's most secret abilities. A legendary technique that's said to make all who experience it melt into the palms of Ferris's hand. However, due to its incredible power, Ferris sealed it away herself. She considers it to be a forbidden technique. Well, that's what Dara told me a while back. Passionately, I should add. I never thought I'd see it with my own 2 eyes. Ferris means business. She's... Oh, sorry, it's you.
She's going all in.
Come back soon, yeah. Ferris will be waiting for you every day, Darunya.
Ferris looks up at Dara's face with a heart-trending, yet somewhat devilish smile. Heart-rending. Ferris leaves her left arm wrapped around him and uses her right index finger to draw tiny circles on Dara's chest. This woman is terrifying. The other customers can't help but notice what's going on. There's nothing that can stop Ferris when she fires on all cylinders. As she devilishly draws her magic circles on Daru's chest, her hand gradually creeps all the way up to his cheek. What happens next makes everyone who doubt their own eyes. Unbelievably, Daru brushes away Ferris's finger. I thought he slapped Ferris with that noise. I thought he just slapped the fuck out of her, and I was like, whoa! But no, okay. Everyone present shares a collective gasp. Damn.
Well, I guess if you really want me to, I'll come back. But not for a while. You're gonna have to wait.
What a dick! Dara turns his back towards everyone in the store, holding their breaths. Gives a small wave and leaves May Queen.
Okabe and Taro, what just happened?
It's like, I will not simp. Fuck you. I can't believe it. Why, that little... He's so full of himself. They say that a person could change beyond recognition in just 3 days. But I never expected Daru to change this much. This is just terrifying.
What should I do? It hurts just to look at my own dad.
Bear the pain, Suzuha. Never forget that your actions caused this. What the fuck? I clearly understand how bad things have gone. We might have to resort to something drastic.
Yoma.
I turn my head and notice Ferris standing right next to me. The tears in her eyes are glistening. I don't blame her. Ferris has been put through hell. I'm shocked she can still stand, quite frankly.
Yoma.
Hey, Ferris! Ferris only buries her tear-soaked face into my chest.
Am I that unlikable? Am I that charmless, Nya?
You're an incredibly charming young woman. Dara just has a powerful magic spell cast on him. It's called arrogance. So don't you worry your pretty little head. Got it?
Really, Nya?
Really.
Okay. Hearing you say that makes me feel a little better, Kyoma.
Since I'm the one who asked her to do this, it's my responsibility to be there for her. Huh? What's wrong, Suzuha?
Nothing.
Drink holy water, thank you. I need it. Ah. Oh god, I broke my model. Not again.
How did you break your bottle?
This new tracking with NVIDIA, it likes to break on me whenever I drink water. Oh, it fixed itself.
Oh.
I did it, I
Yes.
fixed it.
Don't drink water. Easy.
I need like a straw or something for stream. I don't know.
Your tracking will just like come back. Like it do.
Sometimes it doesn't though. Sometimes I have to like turn off my camera and turn it back on to
Oh
fix it. But
gosh.
it fixed itself this time. Wait, are you angry?
I'm not angry. I'm just...
Just what?
Anyway, I don't have time for this right now. I have to come up with a new plan. Thanks for your help, Ferris.
Suzuha pries Ferris away from me, then gives her a hand towel to wipe her tears.
Let's hurry up and get going, Okabe and Taro.
Hey! Just grabs you by the hand as we leave May Queen in a hurry. I think we're gonna call it there. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Alright.
You did?
Hell yeah. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger. I think that's about halfway through the route as well, so I think that's a perfect place to end it.
This is such a weird route.
It is a very weird route.
Yeah. So probably well, I would say that it's like less focus on Okabe, but it's very Okabe still. Just that he's not the it's not him and his romance problems
Yeah.
this time. But you know, for something that has to involve like Daru so much, I'm like, oh, this I'm just chilling still.
Just chilling.
Yeah. I thought like even what's his face 4C had like more length than Daru has in this route so far.
Yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna send you all to Reina, who's playing Dead by Daylight right now.
Dead by Daylight.
Da-ba-da-ba-da. In-it-ba-da-ba-da. I have another ad, god damn it. Okay, I will see you all probably on Wednesday for more Code Vein. If not, maybe Tuesday. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I'll see you later. 9 seconds till ad ends. Goodbye. Ah.
Bye bye.
See you.